Generic greetings and welcome to this war of mine. Today's beverage is a nice glass of tonic water, which is supposedly very good for cramps. I don't have cramp, however, that's maybe because I'm drinking tonic water. Who knows? Either way, as you probably are aware, 2020 is, putting it diplomatically, a bit of a mixed bag for a lot of people, and because of that, I found myself not really playing any competitive, serious or hardcore games, and rather, I'm trending towards more relaxing things, more things that are just less stressful and creative, and just generally a mess around. And for some reason, I've opened up this war of mine, which is the exact opposite of that, and for no other reason than because I want to try a little bit of it, because I haven't played it in quite some time. Now, you may not be aware of the game. Most likely you are, because it's been out for over 6 years, and I think it's quite ubiquitous and has been covered many times. However, basically, it's a survival game, but a game where you're not heroes, you're basically civilians, and you have to fight in this sort of war-ravaged country and survive, basically. Let's go to another try, and we can select any different type of group here. I'm just going to click random just to see what happens, because why not? There's also a story mode as well, which is worth playing through some of them. I haven't played through all of them, but the ones I have played I did quite enjoy. It's basically broken up into day and night cycles, and you have to get to, I don't think that there's a definite set end date, but you have to get to a certain point where eventually you may survive. But there's no, like, as I said, hard and fast you'll get to this point and you will survive, because you may have like a sort of down slope as where you'll be trying to do things, people will get depressed, they'll get hungry, they'll leave, you'll be under attack, run out of resources, etc. So this is our home. As you can see, it is in a constant state of renovation, mainly due to shellfire. However, we have our 3 survivors here. So when the Civil War broke out, many people thought it would only last a couple of weeks. It's been years since the government military surrounded the rebels in the capital, cutting off all the supply lines. The civilian population trapped in the city are suffering from hunger, disease and shelling. Katia met both Pavel and Bruno before the war. She used to be a reporter while Bruno had his own television cooking show. That's Bruno, I think, in the middle. And Pavel was once the star of the local football team. Katya even interviewed him once. Now they meet in dramatically different circumstances, looking for food and shelter. So that's what we need to do. We need to gather resources, we need to look out and see what happens, basically. The first day will probably just be clearing away stuff in the base and maybe building, but the thing is, as I said, it's been a while since I've played. I don't know what bonuses these characters have, and furthermore, yeah, there's a lot of new stuff being added as well. So let's go with this guy and say, look, you start clearing this. Katia can go over there, and then finally Pavel can go and say, I guess, go and clear that. Actually, no, search that for a start off. So actually, I think we can we double click? Yes, we can double click, and he'll jump up and run and obviously open that door there. Oh, it won't open. I can't actually do that. I'm going to have to scavenge that then. So I'm just going to look around for resources. We have day 1, 7 AM, and it's 17 degrees. There is some basic items. We will grab all, and it goes to our inventory there. And we're just going to keep searching, because we can. Obviously, clearing the zone will help us out. There's some more items, material, sugar, electronics. Grab all of that. And can I tell him to go there? I guess we'll have to go down and clear that up. So, what about you? Ah, it's locked. That's a shame. I guess we'll have to maybe just clear that then? Actually, no, that is not something to clear. That's just something to look through. There are different starting locations and different characters, etc. I have done a playthrough on the game when it first came out, and was struck by how unforgiving it could be, and presented you with very ambiguous choices, and certainly a lot of moral choices where there's generally no such thing as the good option. Like, you are doing just what you can. So, for example, you might find someone that you know may be going to die, but they have resources on them. So you can take the resources off them. They'll still die, but they'll die sooner, but it's at your hands that will happen. Or maybe they have a fire and they may not survive, but if you take it, they definitely won't, but at least you will. And it's all those certain choices where you generally can get what you want, but the cost is a human one. Anyway, just opening some of these items, and you can see we're getting books and sugar and water. I'm just sort of going around and grabbing everything that I possibly can, and then obviously start going for building. There will be a general way to build things and a general sense of, you know, this is the best meta, etc. Similar for the game Sheltered, which obviously we've played and displayed several times on the channel. But that game is... you know, it's in a bunker. They share a lot of similarities now that I think of it, but this has got I think a stronger narrative is probably the best way to describe it. But it's also a game that if you really want to relax, probably not, probably not the one to pick. But there you are. Let's go ahead. We've got bargaining skills for Catty. You can click on this and it shows the, well, it says bargaining skills. It doesn't tell you exactly. Oh, it says drag for more. Drag where for more? Anyway, coffee drinker, that's their, I wouldn't say their downside, but that's their vice. So coffee drinker and bargaining skills, so they get bonuses for trading. We've got Bruno, who's a good cook and slightly sick. They're also a smoker, I believe, yes. And then we've got Pavel, who's a fast runner and doesn't smoke or... do you have drinker in the game? Someone who wants beverages? I have no idea. I'm actually going to go over to the left here and upgrade... our workbench. This is where we can build things, and I'm going to upgrade it to a level 2 workbench, which takes a lot of resources, but I think that was generally the way to go. Do I have a lockpick? Let me just double click there. Can you open that? Yes, you can. He's going to go over to use a lockpick that we have. Yeah, that's fine. You can go over there to pick that up, and you can go over there to do that. So actually we've got a fair ways through the place here. Oh, there's some jewellery. I'm going to pick up all of that. So the resources that you get are things like components, wood, that sort of thing. Let's just tell her to craft. So we can go for a rainwater collector, a crude stove. We've got beds. You can board things up. I'm going to go for a rainwater collector, and then I will place it. I mean, it doesn't really matter where you place it, but I like to place it in an area where you would realistically expect it to be. So it doesn't matter because it actually goes out the side, doesn't it, now that I think of it. So I'm going to place it in the kitchen for now. I believe you can move them, he says, without any degree of confidence. But there you are. I want to make one of those, and I want to make a bed. And then tomorrow I'll have to make a stove, so I need to make sure that we'll get enough resources the next time we're out. He's going to... Sadly, yeah, he can't open that lock, so... It's a bit of a shame. You got to craft then. Slightly sick. I could potentially get some medicine. No, he's actually got no medicine. We've got no medicine. So I'm going to create a bed, and I'll place this bed here. At the moment, we don't have to worry about heat, but that is something that we will have to focus on later on during the game. Not that we'll see that in this playthrough. And, oh, of course, you have to make a water filter. So I'll tell her to make a water filter. And do we have enough for a water filter? We do. We can have a couple of water filters. Oh no, we have 5 components, I think. Yeah, they're components, I think. Yeah. So we have 5 components, but we need 3, so I can only make 1 water filter. But it means that we can obviously get water, which is good. We've got no food, which is a big problem, so we need, tonight when we need to search an area where we have good food. I will tell her to fill that water filter up, or sorry, put the water filter in the rainwater collector. And we have simply 2 fewer components to build anything else. We can make some fuel, but we don't need fuel, so we'll not bother. We have Pavel here, fast runner. And let me make that water filter. How many 4 water we'll get off that water filter? This was almost completed, and then we can tell them to open that door. Ah, we can't get through that, so we actually need a crowbar. That's, I believe, one of the things that was really powerful when I originally played it, but we need a metal workshop for that. Okay, so that is now in, and I believe that's pretty much all we can do. We've searched the treehouse, we've searched everything up the top there. The top right is currently locked. The bottom floor, sorry, the ground floor, the first floor, and the top floor are pretty much sorted. And then the basement, the first basement, is clear, and then the sub-basement has a locked door and rubble and something there. I'm going to go to end day and go to the night because we want to start searching. So I'm going to say for Bruno, I'm going to say sleep in the bed. I want probably Katya to sleep, and then I want to have Pavel scavenging. However, can you have... Yeah, you can only have one person scavenging, which is, yeah, a bit of a limitation. I have played the board game many, many, many times. In fact, it's one of those things that we play quite often. Not you know, not in front of other people. You have to do it on, you know, tabletop simulator or whatever these days. You can't meet up and play board games these days. You might as well sell them. Anyway, I think we're gonna go for scavenge, and we've got a ruined block of flats, a garage, and also decrepit squat. Huge amount of materials, lots of weapons, lots of parts. Inhabited by the homeless. Ruined block of flats is lots of food, huge amounts of materials, some meds, lots of weapons, lots of parts. Seen some heavy fighting. Most people fled the area before the Viceni rebels crashed here with the military. The battle is over, and there should be many things left to scavenge because people were leaving in a rush. That's probably where we're going to go. The garage does say possible trade and caution advised. Could have your car repaired here. It was a decent family business run by an impulsive son and his elderly father. They still live here. They might be willing to trade with us. Alternatively, we might find lots of useful parts and even some food. So basically, if we wanted to, we could go there and nick everything. I'm not going to do that. I'm also not going to take anything in his backpack. You can see he's got space, 0 of 12. I'm going to scavenge that now. So we load into the map. What was curious is WSD doesn't do anything, neither does the arrow key. You have to scroll, which is a bit annoying. Anyway, let's have a look around. So we have no ammo. I'm going to run. You can see we have a noise bubble that goes around there when we run and when we do certain items. There is some food and some materials. I'm just going to grab them all. We are here to fill our pockets up. That is the objective. I may be able to jump up there. Can I jump up? I cannot, so let's just keep searching. We have... Obviously, TV's flickering. The fire's on. There's more components. I will look at this. Is that a pram? Oh, yeah, this is where the game... Yeah, I really don't want to look at that. The baby carriage isn't empty. A few objects lie scattered inside. A rattle, a smiling red crab, well worn by baby teeth. A feeding bottle half full of congealed mass that was probably a baby formula. Someone must have left in a terrible rush, or maybe they didn't need them anymore. Thank you, game. Let's keep searching. I haven't heard any noise elsewhere, so it's unlikely that there's people in here. And some of the noise that you will get is from, like, rats. But I'm just going to keep searching. And there's some food and ammo and loads of components and wood. So I'm going to put back the shell casings. And I'm going to take some more components for now. I'm also going to put back the books and the... See, if I know I've got a coffee drinker, but it's something I don't really want to... The problem is I don't really want to just walk around with one coffee. What I'll do is I'll search different areas and then prioritize what I can carry. There's some more coffee, and there's a quality roll-up. There's some more components and some more food and fertilizer. I may put back 4 of those and take the quality roll-up if we can get some more. I'm going to run up the top here. Looks like that's all collapsed and such. So we'll grab that. Ah, we can't get in there. There's nothing we can pick up there. Looks like this requires... Is that a saw? I think a saw is required. Grated and I need a saw blade to get through. So I can't get in there. I can go further up and search in here, but this again requires a saw. Oh, is that someone... That's a... Yes, that is a body there. There's more food. Right, I'm going to get rid of the roll-up and take more components, I think. And we can't get through. I think that's pretty much the only place we can go now. So if we come back here, which realistically we probably could, we need a saw blade. But that should be it, I think. I think we've had a search around the rest of it. Let's just run to the exit then. So luckily there's no one to fight. I'm just going to run to the exit. And he is very fast. He is a fast runner. He is back. Nobody was on guard, so hopefully we haven't been raided. I was about to say maybe the game is quite generous on the first few days, but I know that if this game is one thing, it is completely unforgiving. Hey, look at all this stuff. I wish I could bring back as much every night. Me too. So, search the spies and got all of that. Continue. So what I want to do is they're tired and hungry and they're recovering and slept poorly. Yeah. So let's go ahead and tell them to... Oh, they're recovering. I'll tell them to make a bed. You get back into bed. Bed. Make. Place. Because I want 2 beds. And then I want to craft. I want to craft a stove. Ideally I want to craft a stove. I want to get a saw blade actually, which means... Darn it. Okay. Cancel that. Craft. Metal workshop. Let's get a metal workshop. Place it there. Because if I get a saw blade, it means I can go back the next night and do that. Another option is I could potentially... I mean, taking the top 2 stories off would be really good. You'd think you'd be able to break down some of like these wooden, like the mattresses and wardrobes and things like that. You think that would be something that would be in there. We can sadly... Oh, there's a crowbar. Lockpick and shovel. Oh, it looks like you need to upgrade to level 2 to get a saw blade. So there's no point in going back to that previous place then. That's a shame. Okay, so I'm going to tell them to make... We got a chair. I guess let's make a filter. And we'll put the filter in. And that'll do us quite nicely. I hope we manage to keep it warm. It's 16 degrees C, so still shorts weather. No problem at all. And let's make that water. What have we done with that water, actually? Oh, someone's at the door. Bought something for barter. So we're going to get Katya to go up there because obviously she is good for bartering. Let's make a deal. Indeed. Trade. So, they have lots of stuff. For a start, we have 2 valuables, right? Let's put that on as trade. And probably sugar. Very common stuff, not interesting. Well, that's fine. But I'm only going to take very common items off you. And... Won't do that. Fine, we can have a deal. Just trying to micromanage the stuff I give them. Could trade them water, actually, because we've got... Let's say that in abundance, but we don't have that in abundance. I'll trade 4 water. There we go. Deal. Can we do more trading? We can do more trading. What I'll do then, I'll tell him to craft. Actually, no, upgrade. We need more wood and more components, right? Okay, and then in that case, make a bed. Place. Katya. Trade again. I'm going to trade over... There's herbs there. I just want all of their components. Because the problem with components is it takes so much room. So there's that traded over. Won't you try harder? I guess we could say just one of those. Fine, we can have a deal. Deal. And I don't think they've got anything else that I really want. I'll take the components that they've got. And the rest of the wood. And they've also got cigarettes. They've also got some fuel. Take all of those. And what do I want to trade for it? Just random selection of stuff here. That's all the sugar. That's for fermentation, and I don't know whether... Need to prepare food. Oh, we need to prepare... Right, we need the water to prepare food, so I'm not going to do the rest of that. Okay, that's the rest of the trading, I think. So that's good. That's one of the reasons why I did not skip to the day. Skip the day, rather, and skip tonight. We can upgrade to the next level workbench. Metal bench, rather. But I'm not certain we have... No, we don't. We've got components, but there's nowhere near enough components for us to make a saw. But there you are. Actually, cancel that. You know what might be better? Right, you for a start can sleep. Katia. Tired? Yes, I know you're tired. Craft. Can we make a stove? Yes, we can. Crude stove. Make. They are much... Stoves are much better. Can I not move stuff? I don't know if you can move stuff, actually. Maybe I'm just thinking you can move stuff because that's in sheltered. I'm going to make a crude stove, and I'll place it not in the kitchen, which is a shame. I always knew this was going to be a learning game, so there you are. But at least we have a crude stove now. And it means we'll be able to, hopefully anyway, tomorrow make some meals. We'll have some more water, and we'll obviously have... We've got 4 food there. Having vegetables, though, I think you can make... You get more food off it. And we have Bruno as well. It's really good at cooking. Good cook. Not really good. It says good. The board game itself obviously borrows a lot from the game. In fact, borrows assets from the game and stuff, I believe. It has, at least the edition I had, because I think I did the Kickstarter, 2 different maps on it. It had, I think, 7 phases in total. You would... It's a co-op game, so there'll be multiple people playing it, but you would each take an action in here. So it could be to build, to scavenge, to open, to unlock things, and then once you've done that, you can then send people out, and you'll have to fight and guard and stuff. And it was very... The fighting especially was very brutal. Very, very brutal indeed. So, I think out of all of the time I've played it, which is easily 20-odd times, I think I've only won the once. I'm going to make a crowbar here, because obviously we do have that to open up. And having a crowbar will allow us to open that, and then hopefully open that one. But I'm going to go up the top, because obviously... Well, we can clear this. So there's no point not clearing this area. Obviously, Katia is... she slept poorly and is hungry. Bruno is hungry and slightly sick, but recovering. And Pavel is hungry and tired. So we'll have to see who we can send out today. And you, I want you to break that open. I think the crowbar is one of the most universal things you can make. If you have a lockpick, you can open that, but a crowbar will break that open. But crowbars can also break through, like... doors that are barred and such as well. And I was going to say maybe break through some rubble, but I think that's a shovel, and I think it just gives you a speed bonus. Because sometimes you're not just fighting opponents, you're fighting the time when at night. But let's have a look. Oh, there we go. Grab all that, exit, and go down there. So it looks like Pavel is hungry. I'm going to tell them to do that. I will tell her to move down and to craft, because I think we're going to get some more water. Because why not? And yeah, I'll make one. I'll actually make 2 of them. Takes an hour to make. Don't think we have enough time, actually. We might have enough time. We'll see. It looks like that's open, which is good. And then we'll get Pavel to go through this. So we'll probably send him out. Oh, it looks like we're close to the... Yeah, I could really use a shovel. If I had a shovel, that would be a lot quicker, but I'm not going to spend time doing that. going to get her to go up and quickly put that water filter on. Although it might take a bit longer than I actually have. Go. If she doesn't do it, I think we do get it back anyway. So, anyway, 8 PM. The night. So once again, we'll have Katya on sleep in bed. We're going to have Bruno on sleep in bed because he's sick. And then Pavel will scavenge. We have now Sniper's Junction and Military Outpost because these areas will pretty fast they'll start to get reduced stuff because we're nicking it. I don't know if they also disappear eventually. I know that's a thing from the board game, but I'm not too sure if this is that. The garage, we could go there, but I don't want to start nicking everything. Whereas the decrepit squat is decrepit squat, not depressive, not depressive Scot. That's something completely different. Been inhabited by the homeless since long before the war. Always been struggling with a lack of food and might not have survived the recent shortages. Shouldn't be a threat, and we should find some useful things there. But there could also be people. So I'm still going to go. I will prepare that. I'm not going to... Oh, I will take a crowbar just in case we need to open things up with the gratuitous application of violence. So, let's see. There could be anyone here. As per usual, I'm going to be taking items and sneaking around. Can't see anybody in there. Gonna head up. Yeah, I think we'll work. We might work top down, although that attic bit there is very suspect. Ah, so that's barred. That's also a hiding spot. So this is barred, sadly, so I can't get through that. But there is somewhere to search here. Once again, loads of items. I'll take the sugar and I'll take all of the timber. And we'll work our way down and across. Timber's not really a huge issue for us. There's some more components and sugar. I'm taking that sugar because it's, if nothing else, it's good for trade. I'm not seeing anyone in here. I'm looking here. What's this? A letter says, "Dearest Masha, I found shelter among the homeless. I'm no longer a teacher or an artist. I'm one of them now. There is not much food, so some of my friends already left us. But do not be worried. I too will seek more appropriate refuge as soon as I've finished my painting." Ah. Well, I wonder where that is. Or if they even finished it. Oh, right. We've got noise down there. So that could mean anything. Could mean a rat, a person, whatever. But I'm taking no chances. I'm simply going down and away and back around. Going down underneath. You see I'm running. I'm not concerned because of the... well, there's nothing around here. I've not heard anything. Wow, there's loads of resources. I'm going to put back some of this timber. I need to take components over other things. I actually think these parts... I don't think I need that many parts. I think it's just components at this stage. I might even put back those. But the problem is that I just don't know. It's been years since I've played this game. For the last time I played this, it was the stories mode. So, yeah. I really don't know what I need. Although we definitely need to make some food tomorrow because people are hungry. You can go to very hungry, I think. I don't think that's a big problem. You have to eat every other day. I think I remember that. Could be wrong about that, but there you are. It won't open. Ah, okay. Won't budge. Right, we're going to get back up top. And, oh, yeah, we just smashed through that door. And then we are going to go over here. I'm hoping that there's nobody about. But... yeah, there's someone down there. Well, I'll search through here. They could be friendly. What's this, painting or something? Someone probably painted this picture recently. There are rich-looking people sitting together in a littered, ruined building. A metaphor of sort, I believe. It's this building. Maybe this guy's done it. I'm going to jump down and have a chat with him. Good evening, sir. I'm very hungry. Could you help me? I don't... If I don't eat something, I don't know how long I can hold out. Well, I don't have anything to eat. I'm sorry, Grisha. Grisha. Not interested. I mean, I apologise, but... Maybe next time. I'll die in a few days without food. So this is where we can come back, if we wanted to give him some food. I'm hoping that there's some food in here. You don't seem to be You don't seem to be such a heartless man. No, hopefully we're not. It may turn out that way. There's that open for him. Well, there's some cigarettes and quality roll-ups there. Water, sugar, and actually some ammunition for firearms. I'm going to search in here. So, you know. Yeah, he's perhaps bring some food next time. Okay, do I want to... I think I'm just going to take some more components. And that'll do us. I'm going to open this door. So we now have 2 locations that we know we can come back to. The first place with a... We need a saw. And this place... I'm going to now run to the exit. And this place there's a person, so we may come back and have a chat with them. Bring them back some food. I don't know what that will do. I don't know what advantages that may afford us, other than just doing the right thing. But then again, it's one of those things in the game where you have to... How much do you prioritise your own group and... You know, etc, etc. So we found plenty of stuff, and I'm going to... Where's she going? She's hungry, but I... Oh, she's going to sit down. So Bruno is a good cook, and I will tell him... I'm going to get him out of bed. For a start, this is good because you can see they are actually... They're hungry, but they're not sick anymore. So this is good. This is good. So I've told them to upgrade the stove. A more efficient stove allows us to prepare cooked food more efficiently, saving fuel. No. No. I want you to continue with that, and I want Bruno to cook. However, we can only make... There's cooked food there. And then there's this one, which is... You get 2 meals off it, but you need vegetables, and I don't have vegetables. Bit concerning. But they're only hungry, not very hungry, so I may go without it. What I'm tempted to do is maybe upgrade this and get myself a saw. What else would be of some benefit from us? We've got a moonshine still. A herb garden would be good, but it takes loads of timber. And a trap for small animals. But I think you have to bait it. We simply have to put in some bait and wait, but we don't have any bait. Okay. I instead will do what I said, which is probably risk it. This is probably a risky proposition, but I'm going to make an upgraded bench in an attempt to hopefully get enough and the option to then build a saw, which means going back to the first location, because we know there's 2 locations, there are 2 parts in that location where we can saw through. And furthermore, we've also got one place in the one we've just been to where we know we can saw open as well, one there. So a saw we can... Oh, a saw blade requires weapon parts. Huh. Well, I'm hoping there's a weapon part in that then, but I don't think there will be. Filtering takes time, gotta have some patience. Okay, fair enough. Well, what else could I make? I'm going to make... I can make fuel here. I'll make some fuel because we're going to need it anyway for the stove. As soon as we make it though, pretty much what's going to happen is they're going to go, oh, we can now use the cooker. Or do they do that? Again, I'm not too sure whether it's the automation's there or not. Let's have a quick chat with them. So, day 2, we need to stick together and help each other, otherwise we may share the fate of that man from the squat. So they have different consciences. Poor guy, could only spare some food. We would have, but I don't think... yeah, we could spare some food. Maybe we'll go back there. Give him some food. And there we go. That's that open. Let's see if we find anything. Please be a weapon part. No weapon part, but there is food. Raw food and herbs. Grab all of that and exit. Okay, good. So we have found some stuff. But not the things we really want. Is there anywhere else we can... No, I don't think there's anything else we can really make. And I also don't think we'll be able to upgrade this stove, but I'm going to try. I'm not skipping the day, by the way, because I'm hoping that we get some trades. And if you skip, obviously you're never going to get that. So for the stove, it requires 20 components, we have 4, and it requires 10 wood, and we have none. And the problem is it's a bulk item. It is a bulk item. There's never enough food, medication, and bandages, so Pavel said there. Bruno will be able to make more water there. Let's check out our things. Coffee's gone down and so have the cigarettes. If you don't have them, yeah, it could be a problem. So, some thoughts. Our shelter offers a bit of reprieve from the horrors of war. We only have 1 chair, we have beds, and we sleep in decent conditions. If someone gets sick or wounded, they'll have a place to rest. We don't have a radio. We don't know what's going on in the city. We really miss books. To be fair, you just burn them to make the fuel. A good book could help us forget the horrors of war. Staying here is better than living in a complete ruin. Cigarettes consumed per day is 3, so we've only got 1 more day. And cups of coffee consumed per day 1. So 1 unit of beverage. We have breaches in the walls. Our shelter is not safe and we have to constantly be on guard. They say when I'm not actually putting them on guard. Yeah, I didn't put anyone on guard. So I might... Tonight, we'll have 1 person sleeping in a bed, 1 person guarding, 1 person searching. As I said, we can see out the front there, it's a little bit wrecked. I would very much like to skip ahead to the end of day, but I'm waiting for a trader because I'm hoping one does arrive. In terms of our next upgrade, Pavel here, we've got an advanced workshop, allows us to make useful electrical appliances such as heat lamps for gardens and mixers for herbal workshops, or for the metal workshop, yeah. But I think you can also make a door, like a door trap. A board up requires 10 wood. We have none. A chair requires only 3 wood, so we could probably make another chair. We've got enough beds. We don't have a radio, and we just need some components. So that's actually an easy thing to make. I may go ahead and make one. I'm not going to make a filter because I have 16 of that, and quite frankly, you know, I have enough. And is that a tank back there? That is a tank back there. Fair enough. Okay, I think if someone was going to come and trade, it would have been done by now. So, end the day. Let's go for... I think we're going to get, once again, Pavel to scavenge. Katia to guard. You can put multiple people on guard, but I'm going to put just Bruno to sleep in the bed. And we've got the small apartment building and a ruined villa. I'm going to go back to the decrepit squat. It's only 16% looted out. Prepare that. I'm going to take some food. I don't know how much I want to take. I think we only need the 1. He did say he just wanted some food. Let's try. Let's try and do at least a positive thing in this place. Good evening, sir. Trade. There you go. Deal. I don't know how to thank you enough. There you go. We've done a good thing, I think. I mean, it might be a mass murder for all I know. I have something you may find interesting. Okay. A tangible reward. For... to go along with the improvement of our conscience. I assure you, come with me. If it's this painting, I'm not going to be impressed. Sometimes you get people to join you as well in the game. Where's he going? Look, there's something peculiar behind the barrels. Let's see what we found. Oh, pure alcohol and jewellery. We'll take both. Thanks, mate. Appreciate that. It's worth a bit for trading. It's pretty good. Right, so priority has to be... It has to be components and it has to be timber. But the main priority, I think, is one weapon part. And I don't know if there was one here. I cannot remember. I cannot recall. I don't think there was. But I'm going to search everything around here. Thank you once again. Yeah, he's very, very grateful. So everything here I'm searching. See, there's shells and gunpowder and ammunition. Just one bullet. In the game, it is ammo is very limited. In the board game, I think it's even worse, if I remember rightly. So there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. I'm going to put 2 of those back and take 4 more components. The pure alcohol, I don't think we need. But I think we're going to keep hold of it anyway. Once again, lots of parts, but nothing that we really need. And getting it to there would have been really good as well. But we don't have the ability to, sadly. I'll show you the hiding spot. You just hide like that. So if there was someone coming along, they wouldn't see you. Also, you can jump out from the shadows and grab them and attack them. The combat in the game is... not very good. If I remember rightly. Probably not. So I don't think... Is that it? Is there just nothing else here? I'll double check on these things, but I'm pretty sure I've checked. No weapons parts, which means no saws. Oh, is he randomly just searching? Maybe this? I don't know if he actually finds anything, but... Nah, nothing. He's just randomly searching places. Okay, I think that's all of the locations. I'm just going to do this one row on the way out again, just in case I've missed something. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Put 2 more back and take more components. Because I'm hoping that the space we're using for the moonshine and the jewellery will be worth it on the trade. So, out the door, and out we go. Pavel is back. So there's loads more places to search and find and look around. Day 4. Quite uneventful so far, but obviously things get more difficult as the things ramp up. And people are going to be very hungry now, and the problem is I can only make 1 meal. Because I've not got... Ah, we've been raided. Darn it. Yeah, we've only got 1 meal that we can make. We can't make the double meals because we don't have vegetables. So, Pavel has been searching and we found some interesting things. Someone tried to rob us. They didn't seem very determined, so they didn't do much harm. We had some weapons, but not enough for everybody. Katya and Bruno wounded the attackers and they took a few things. She tried to put more people on guard. They stole 1 water and 1 food. The water I can take or leave. Oh, Bruno's slightly wounded, sadly. Ah, yeah. Content, tired, very hungry. So, obviously, with Bruno, we have to make some food. We're going to have to do that. We'll get Pavel to go to sleep. Let's go to Bio there. I shared some food with the hungry man. Despite having so little, we remain human. And that's why I think she's content. I've been around for more than any of my friends and relatives. I've met famous people. Readers found my interviews funny and incisive. But when I try to write down my experiences, I'm stuck. I want to find and hug my folks, not write about them. I wish I had seeing them more often. Day 3, poor guy. I understand why Pavel just couldn't refuse to share some food with him. Cool. Good. Let's make 2 meals. And Katya is slightly wounded. We do have bandages, but I think if she just rests, she'll be alright. But there's the meals there that's getting made. Should I have upgraded the stove first? Maybe. But he's very hungry. We're going to have that meal. And there we go. Wouldn't mind another helping. I'm sure you would. I'm sure you would very much like another helping. It's not happening. Let's go to craft. And it's going to have to be... I think a radio would be good. I don't know where to put that. Probably over there. I'll actually put it up the top here. Place that there. So yeah, slightly wounded, recovering, content and tired. Guessing the tide will go as well, although it doesn't say recovering. And I'm hoping, as I said, someone comes along to trade and we can do that trade. At least... Oh, there you go. I admire Pavel's compassion at the horse, a hungry man. And where's she going now? She's wandering downstairs. I guess that's exactly what's happening. Unless I've... No, I think I accidentally told her to go there. Oh, trading. So, Katya, get over there. I'm going to take you to listen to that. So, you're listening to Radio Pagoran. We regret to announce that our colleague, Jovan, died this morning. He was shot by a sniper on his way to work. He will be missed. And you can tune it in, you see. This is Weather FM. It's cool outside with clouds and possibly rainfall. Our advice for cold evenings is grab a good book and hot a cup of tea and relax in your armchair by the fireplace. Not there. Some classical music playing. And this is Radio 1. Mass graves were discovered in the town of Gavaria? I don't know, I can't think that's a G. The military secured the area and denies reporters access until the end of the investigation. Wow. And there's another radio. There's classical. That might actually chill people out. So he's still hungry, but... Hello there. Trading. She's obviously bargaining skills. And... Oh, vegetables. Brilliant. Food. Brilliant. Weapon parts. Brilliant. All the timber. Brilliant. It's just... This is just gonna... I'm gonna stop saying brilliant now. Quality roll-up and tinned food. Herbs. There's loads of stuff. I think we'll take some coffee. Oh, we can't take anything else. So let's trade over for some of this then. We've got a valuable there. We've got one of these, a small flask of pure alcohol. You can drink it and trade it and use it to produce meds. Right. So deal. I'll once again trade again. What do I want to trade? Do I just want... I've got all the timber that he's got. Well, I'll take the components. I'll take the coffee. One coffee. Actually, let's see... Our things. We lack coffee and cigarettes. So they're just going to be... Yeah, upset about that. So... I don't know what... How good those are. Let's just try that. And we'll trade over some herbs. 10 herbs. Oh no, fine, we can have a deal. Okay, deal. And once again, trade. All the components. I'd rather get all of the components that I can. And we've got water to trade. And sugar. And when you do better. Yes, I'll try. And deal. Oh, and there you go. As soon as we get by the cigarettes. Yes. That's happening. Right, so that should mean now we can craft. This part of the town is dangerous, but I'll try and come again. We're going to get a saw blade make. There we go. Excellent. Alright, so we can eat that food. We have enough water. Do we have enough? Yeah, I think so. Let's go ahead and craft another one of those. I'm going to get them down. Yeah, we have enough to make a better meal now. But I'm crafting another water filter. And click. Make. So it looks like Pavel is very hungry. So I'm going to get them to go upstairs. I'm going to get Katya to sleep. Because they are slightly wounded and I want them to be rested up. Same for Bruno in a moment. What's going to happen is I'm going to wait until this meal's been finished. I'll get him out the way. Upgrade. I don't think we have enough to upgrade, but I will try. We do. Let's upgrade the stove. I have a feeling that getting a steady supply of food is like shouldn't be this obvious. should be obvious, but it's having steady supply of food is obviously going to be a really good thing in the game. And if we get a couple of traps and a place to grow vegetables, then it means we don't have to scavenge for them. But Bruno now, we need fuel. So you can just say consume 1 wood. Let's make 1 wood. Sorry, make 1 fuel from the wood. And it looks like he's reading that book actually. And we're going to say this cooked food, and we'll make all that we can because we've got 2 vegetables. So it's just a little bit extra water and a vegetable, but it's the same amount of raw food as well as raw food and fuel. So pretty good. And I think that's about right. He's still hungry. That's a thing. Katya, tell her to go eat that food. You can see now they're sort of stooping over and their gait's affected and everything. You know, their general demeanour because of the negatives that they may have. But they are quite happy with what we've done in that squat earlier. You get to sleep. And you go there. And hopefully there'll be enough time for them to sleep before tonight and we'll put them both on guard. What would benefit us, actually, if I go down... Darn it. I meant to click... I meant to click on our items, but I misclicked and clicked on end of day. It's not a big problem. All I was going to do was build a board up thing. So, anyway, we'll have Pavel once again on scavenge, and we'll have Bruno on guard, and I guess Katya on guard as well. Bit of a risk, but we'll see what happens. And we're going to go back to the block of flats. We'll prepare that, and we'll take both the saw and the crowbar just in case, and we'll scavenge that. Because we've been here previously, and there was 2 areas that we couldn't get into that required a saw blade. So let's go ahead and charge up. Hopefully nothing has changed. That is a medicine cabinet, so I'm hoping to find some medicine there. Let's go ahead and saw that. So there's a grate, but I can cut through it with my saw blade. Yes, we can. I'm also desperately hoping that it doesn't snap in half the first time we use it. Backpack. It did as well. That's annoying. It's 1 use only. And this is full of pretty much nothing. Right, okay. Shame they're not going to get anything from up top there. I mean, there's some stuff, but so far it's a bit underwhelming. Oh, that's not underwhelming though. A bit of food and some meds. Excellent. Okay. We'll go back up. But you can see, yeah, we need a saw blade. We can craft another one and come back. But is it worth it is the question. I'm not bringing water back. And I'll bring 4 components back. And I'm not bringing 1 electronic parts back. I'll take 2 timber. More fertilizer. We don't have a garden, so I'll just take the components. I think the rest of it is fine. And there you go. Right, so that area there is still two things to search, but we'll need another saw. But we'll run to the exit, and that'll be night 4. We are now on to, I believe, Pablo's back there. Is that day 5? Loading. Day 5. Let's see what shenanigans have went on tonight. Or last night, rather. Hey, look at this stuff. I wish I could bring so much back every night. Agreed. Agreed. No raid through the night. And there we go. We'll get him to sleep. And they're slightly wounded. I'll let them rest. And there we go. I'm going to call it there. That's been a bit of This War of Mine. It's certainly not a game that you play to chill out to. One would probably argue that if nothing else, you could, even when you think you're in a bad spot, you probably, if you're watching this, I would wager not in as poor situation as these guys. And that may be Schadenfreude, taking pleasure from other people's displeasure. I don't think so. I think it's more empathy and understanding that actually, yes, it's not all that bad, is it? Realistically. But there you go. This War of Mine. It's got some new stuff since I last played it. It's got some stories in. Either way, I think this little playthrough is going to get me back into the game. I'm probably going to continue on with this and see how it goes, because I am quite enjoying it. Either way, I hope you have enjoyed this one. And if you want to see more or anything else, then let us know in the comments and we'll go from there as always. Thanks very much for watching. Take care. And the trader's at the door. We'll trade later.